Welcome to our YouTube channel. As always, you speak, you ask, we listen. Today, I would like to address 5 most interesting questions I found really hard. Let's dive into it. The first question is, who is the new Minister of Immigration in Canada? Well, what we know is that she is a lawyer. She is a veteran of government services. She had another portfolio within government for the last few years, and now she is appointed as Minister of Immigration. The good part, she is Moroccan Jew by origin, which means she at least knows something about newcomers, maybe knows the pain, what people go through in terms of immigration. And I've been in Morocco, and what they say over there, Shalom Alaikum, which is very unique position of local Jews, and it's very respectful community over there, at least what I found. And it's very interesting that we have now the minister who I assume would understand the pain of immigrants. And by the way, I assume that she is not sitting tight. Obviously, we know that certain activities already on the block. For example, yesterday I received over 200 updates about post-arrival services, which is interesting and new, because before we receive pre-arrival services letter, now we have post-arrival services letters for clients who are about to finish their program. Why so many? Well, because we have hundreds and hundreds of clients, and definitely we care that government is now providing that information, which we found very useful for people to arrive and how to settle. Obviously, they try to clean up and expedite the processing of applications, and that's a good sign. So what we know, she's probably there for a while, maybe not, depending on elections that come in, so we will see. But the good sign is she is at least, we assume, will understand the pain of immigrants. So we have good hopes for her. Another question. Do you expect any changes in immigration programs? I think it's related to the first one, but with a little bit different accent. For example, changes in immigration programs. I don't think so. Why? At least for now. Why? Because the new Minister of Immigration is appointed just until the new election results will be announced, because the new government may be installed, and then the new minister will be there, right? Even after election, if liberals manage to win election, which is probably not a good thing, but okay, life is life, politics is politics. So, do I expect any change in immigration programs? Not right away. People talking about this. It's a very hot topic online. That's why we picked this question. But do I expect realistically something to be changed before election is over? No, I don't think so. Election may be called any moment. At this moment, at the time of recording, we don't have election yet, but we might have it by the time you watch it. So stay tuned to our channel. We announce all news about new and upcoming immigration programs. Another question. What do you think about Canada becoming 51st state of the American states? So, United States of America and its current president made certain statements that caused this question. Well, realistically speaking, and that's what we need to address first. Realistically speaking, it's something that cannot be done fast or automatically and without certain dramatic changes in geopolitics. And geopolitics are very serious game here, because don't forget, Canada is part of Commonwealth, part of the former British Empire. Constitution is different than American Constitution. The whole system, how this government operates, the whole system, how this country built, is different from United States of America. Respect to America. I like the country. I like what they do and trying to correct the course of history. But what we know in this particular case, I don't think it's a realistic proposition. What I expect, if you ask me, instead of becoming 51st state, what America may offer and what Canadians may agree is to become some sort of a North American Union, pretty much in line with what Europeans have, with common currency, with joint no border policies, migration of workforce, freedom of movement, study, work. certain things are very beneficial. So, if I can say that, Americans started with on their own foot, because if they propose that first and make it smart and make it useful for people to see the potential, well, then probably they will reach different result after that. But 51st state, well, let me address it this way. Canada has much more than one state, much more than one province. So acquiring one, acquiring two is not possible. But the federation structure of Canada is a very interesting thing. So I would like you to follow news carefully. Don't jump on any conclusion, because it's much more complicated in real life. Another question is, why Canada increase Francophone programs? Indeed, millions of dollars, even this government just announced to be invested into promotion of Francophone programs for immigration. Well, there are three program aspects of this. I would say first is political. Quebec known for separatism, and they wish to be more recognized within Canadian Confederation of provinces and states, what people call in the US. So definitely that's a political reflection of the situation. Secondary, promotion of a dual language system in Canada plays enormous role. Parlez-vous français? Welcome to Canada. That's exactly what we say to people who learn French or know French from even childhood. Refresh your knowledge. It definitely will help, because now we have separate stream for Francophone candidates on express entry, and definitely you can live anywhere outside Quebec if you use one of the Francophone programs. So again, we're not practicing in Quebec because we have to live there and be licensed there and work there. But now apparently we help Francophone people to settle outside of Quebec, which is very interesting and apparently supported by the government of Canada. And the last question for today, do you expect the renewal of family reunification programs? Well, what we're talking about? First of all, we're talking about beloved program of grandparents and parent sponsorship. It's not active yet, since the last selection was made in 2020, right in the middle of COVID, and then they shut down the program gradually and slowly every year, selecting certain candidates from the same pool related to 2020 selection of candidates. They selected so many, now they process them, and by the way, they reject many. So somebody can get lucky. But the program itself, if you ask me this question, do I expect it? Absolutely. Why? Well, because again, it's politically charged question. If a lot of immigrants here move recently, and we have a lot of immigrants, thousands of them, and thousands of families have grandparents, parents they would like to sponsor here. Definitely politically it's very favorable. Whoever will become next government of Canada, they definitely will play that card. That's my prediction. And in terms of other programs, that's where it gets interesting, because in the US, for example, if some kind of reunification of programs will take place, they have sponsorship for other relatives. So far, Canada is way behind the United States of America in that part, because there is no possibility for us to sponsor brothers, sisters, people who are related to you, but not immediate children or parents or grandparents. Okay, so I expect that some changes will come in that regard, because of kind of alignment with the American government in terms of immigration policies. Well, doesn't matter how we treat it, but influence of American power is sensible, and definitely I predict that some kind of new programs on family reunification front would be presented. Well, this is it for today, and if you have more questions, ask them, leave comments below, and don't forget to like it, share it, and stay safe by staying informed.